Hello everybody, and welcome to the Beaver House. Here we are, today, playing everybody's favourite little video game. It's Ratchet.
Venus!
Oh, there he is, that classic boy. It's Liam.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Yes.
That's good.
I've been working on, Lightstone stuff for, the last 2 weeks, which is why I haven't been streaming, at all. And, yeah, we're almost done adding passive Rahi from the alpha back into the game. So you can tell I've been fairly busy.
Sick.
Right now I'm just working on getting the infected mask sprite to render. Yesterday we actually just figured out how to render particles in the script. We actually found, unused weather effects and shit. It's really cool.
Yeah, and we also have Nyarah.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
Potato.
Yeah. So we're trying something out. We're doing
Well.
streams about an hour later, basically because it's more convenient for Nyarah. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Indeed. So how far along are we in this game?
We just beat the sort of asteroid belt place with all the Leviathans in it, and now we're going to, I think, the ice planet.
Does chat hate the Kragmites as much as I do now?
I mean, I don't know.
Get used to the Dimensionator, by the way, because the next 2 games are the only games in the main timeline now that it won't be referenced in from now on.
Okay, it's not the ice planet, it's the pirate planet.
And the next game is just a fucking spin-off mini-game thing. Quest for Booty isn't a full Ratchet game, so...
Okay, cool. Got some stuff. Got some sick
That
new
reminds
weapons.
me, are you doing Full Frontal Assault?
Eventually.
Y'all remember the Vita version of Full Frontal Assault?
I ain't never played a Vita.
I thought you had one.
Yeah, but I have no games for it.
Oh. Well, if you bought Full Frontal Assault, it was one of those games back when Sony still supported the console, where it had cross-buy.
Oh yeah, I think I technically own the Vita version of that now.
Yeah. So, the Vita version is absolute garbage. Which, it's annoying too, because while it had cross-buy, the Vita version wasn't done when the PS3 version came out. So it took, I think it was around a year before people could actually redeem the code that they got with their game.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's fun.
And then it turned out to be garbage that ran at, a lower average frame rate than Sonic Heroes on the PS2.
Oh dear.
Let's see, Lugabo, when do you think on continuing Crash 4? Probably the next time I stream, I guess. Maybe do it alongside Sonic Heroes, but I have decided, based on both my own experiences and just the tone that some Call Me Johnny and Kid Icarus have set, that I'm not going to continue trying to 100% it.
A wise choice, my friend.
Because I was just driving myself insane, and from the sounds of things, it only gets worse.
Oh yes.
And that's really the only reason I haven't been playing it anymore, because I've just been dreading the grind.
Yeah, the grind is pretty real.
It's aside from that, I quite like the game. It's just not something that I feel comfortable trying to 100%, but that conflicts with my mindset of Crash, where it's old late 90s, early 2000s platformers turned me into a fucking kleptomaniac.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, I feel you there.
It's like I cannot play Spyro anymore without actively trying to complete the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And Crash is the same way. And that Crash 4 just fucking... It makes it very difficult for me to want to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, that was a weird sort of swing jump. Okay.
Chip, or did you tell Chip about the Cards Against Humanity game we had with Yumi and Spidey? Yes? Or no, I didn't tell Chip about that, but we definitely do need to do that again at some point. And I did end up finding a small Bionicle pack.
Nice.
Oh my god, count me in.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
But yeah, Vita ports of PS3 games, they just tend to be really shit for some reason. Like, fucking, the Ratchet and Clank collection wasn't terrible, but it was really awkward to play in Ratchet 2 and 3 because of the Vita's lack of, double trigger.
Yeah, yeah.
So you ended up having to use the back touchpad to strafe.
That sounds awkward.
I did it! I played all 3 games on the Vita, but it was really hand cramping after a while.
God, that sounds like torture.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, like, from a basic control level, because it's just you're holding down a corner of the touchpad. But it's just the angle that your fingers have to be at to do it. It's almost akin to playing fucking Kid Icarus Uprising.
I know how you feel. I was playing Bionicle Heroes on DS last week, and that game gave me a damn hand cramp.
Yeah, that Kid Icarus Uprising, Metroid Prime Hunters, and Bionicle Heroes DS all do that thing where you pretty well have to hold down one of the triggers at all times while also using the touchscreen. But yeah, aside from the Ratchet and Clank collection, and I think the Sly collection was okay, the Jack and Daxter collection on Vita was basically the same as Ratchet Full Frontal Assault. For whatever reason, I cannot understand why, because it's the graphically inferior game. But out of all 3 titles, Jack 1 ran the worst.
Huh. That
Jack
is
2
odd.
and 3 were relatively fine.
That is weird. Oh, I got a secret thingy. What does that do?
Also, I love how nobody talks about the Jack collection on PS4 now that also includes Jack X Combat Racing.
Because from what I do hear, it's absolutely terrible.
Oh. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Is this the only port of Jack X?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thanks for the warning, because I was thinking about picking that up.
Yeah, like you know the PS4 port of Ratchet Deadlocks?
I didn't know there was a PS4 port. I knew there was a PS3 port. With that.
Well, it might be the PS3. Basically, it's on the same level as that. Yeah. Like, all the cutscenes are messed up and stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Gabo says, I heard Secret Agent Clank on PSP wasn't that good. Well, lucky for you, we've already streamed that, and you can go back and watch the torture of that right now.
Yep, yep. And we did play the
we
PSP
also
version.
played Size Matters right before it, which arguably was worse.
Yeah. Oh, do I have to do a thing here?
And I should remind everyone that Ratchet and Clank Size Matters was my first video game.
Somehow.
Look, I was poor growing up, and my mom, I guess, just didn't want me playing video games for the same reason she didn't want me watching a fucking Animaniacs. So I didn't get a hold of a video game console that I actually owned until 2008.
Fair enough.
I had, of course, played games prior to that on, like, my first games that I ever played were Matanui Online game and Kirby 64.
Yeah.
Kirby 64 being in a McDonald's. because that was the time where the play places in McDonald's had video game consoles in them.
Oh god, those McDonald's consoles were always so freaking nasty. God, I don't think I've ever seen one that didn't have both the controller sticks chewed off. Like, how hungry are these kids?
I'm going to say I don't think I ever noticed that, but at the same time, I don't think I'd remember if I did. If I recall correctly, the game selections that I ended up playing at that McDonald's were Kirby 64, Super Smash Brothers, and NBA something.
Neat.
Would you ever consider doing 3D All-Stars? I mean, we've already played through Galaxy twice, but we've never done 64 or Sunshine, so I'd be down. Though, to be fair, both times we did Galaxy, we never completed it, so...
Well, maybe now's the time.
We can get Joe back in to do Lubba and Sexy Luigi. I don't know if you were around for those jokes.
I was not. Well, what other than being Luigi makes him sexy?
For Lubba, it sounded like this.
Sexy
And that's where the
Luigi.
Galaxy Spice video that we're still using as the channel trailer for some reason came from.
I did wonder about that.
Sexy Luigi is not a gag, it's just a fact.
Okay. I can get behind that.
That playthrough was also unique in that I technically was cheating in a way, because rather than unlocking Luigi under normal means, I had a code that had him enabled by default, and every other episode we'd switch between Mario and Luigi. So it would always be a celebration whenever it was a Sexy Luigi episode.
Nice.
What do we look like? A bunch of chumps?
Okay. God, this level likes to use the Geo laser a lot. Gotta love that.
Yeah, the way
motion
I see it,
control
I
aiming.
really have nothing interesting to say about Tools of Destruction.
Then why are you here?
Tools of Destruction doesn't really add anything to Ratchet, like the games that came after. Tools of Destruction is just a straight continuation of the PS2 Ratchet format, just on a different console.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah. I guess it was just meant to be like the next gen showcase of like graphics.
Yeah. It wasn't until A Crack in Time that they actually started adding shit to the format. God, the fucking... like, not having this... How do I put it? You take the standard loading screen in PS2 Ratchet and this game for granted. Until you get to A Crack in Time, where you actually physically fly between the planets, and there's stuff to do in the space between them in the solar system.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite part of any Ratchet game, is just the stuff you can do between planets in A Crack in Time.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'm really sad that they never brought that back for future games. I don't know, maybe it's just maybe it's in part because I like that you can, like, there's stuff to fly around and do, but there's also, like, the little mini challenges that are like Super Mario Galaxy planets.
Yeah. Those are always fun. Yeah.
And of course there's probably equal parts nostalgia involved, because I think A Crack in Time was my first PS3 Ratchet game that I played.
Right.
I'm not sure what... I didn't know at the time that it was a direct continuation of Tools of Destruction plot. So... but that didn't make me enjoy it any less.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't really matter if you've played this game or not when you go to that one.
And for what it was, it didn't make me enjoy Tools of Destruction any less, having known, you know, how the plot ends up on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, the pirate doorkeeper.
Do you guys chat in a VC or private group call? We just have a streaming channel on the server.
Yeah. If you're not in the Discord server, by the way, link should be in the Twitch description, if that's a thing. I think that's a thing.
Pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay, cool.
Indeed.
I don't use Twitch very much. Yeah, come on in there. It's a nice place.
Hmm.
Oh no, we got electric pirates now.
Oh no.
Just shoot it until it's dead. I like this game's aesthetic for the most part. It's, you know, it's pretty standard stuff, but it looks nice.
Yeah.
And it still runs at 60 frames per
I will
second for the most
say
part.
I wish they'd made a full game of Quest for Booty. Just
Mhm.
because the whole pirate aesthetic being cranked up to 11 in that was really cool. And it's a shame it was such a short game.
Well, we'll be playing that straight after this one, so I'll be able to see for myself.
Also, fun fact, I may have mentioned this before, I don't know if I mentioned it on stream, but when Into the Nexus launched, it came with a download code to get Quest for Booty for free.
Hmm.
Except it didn't.
Oh?
Because every single copy of the launch wave of that game included a voucher that didn't have the code printed on it.
Oh no.
So nobody actually got the game that they were given a voucher to get.
Oh no, it's still doing the cutscene thing where the voices skip. Oh
What?
no. Okay, so for some reason, I don't know if it's just like it's a scratched disc or something, but during all of the cutscenes, the voice lines for the characters, they're like really delayed, and they also play twice.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen in this game.
Me neither until this playthrough, so I don't know why. I just think it's funny.
I mean, you would figure if it was a scratched disc, there would be more going wrong than just audio.
I mean, there's a couple times when
Or
it'll
more
just like...
specifically cutscene audio.
There's a couple
Because
times...
if there's in-game dialogue, that's fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. All the in-game dialogue seems to be fine. There are a couple times when during gameplay it'll like pause for a second, but I don't know if that's an issue with it or if that's just how it is.
Hmm. Another thing I just noticed too, Ratchet's model is really
Strange.
weird in Tools of Destruction.
Yeah.
They fixed it in a crack in time, but it just looks uncanny in this game.
Yeah, they tried giving him like quote-unquote realistic fur textures. It...
I will say, it looks better than his current model. I never liked the current Ratchet model. Everything after All for One just never vibed. It's too cutesy.
Yeah, that's a fair criticism to make of it.
And Clank's head is too big.
I never noticed that. But yeah, they definitely sort of Disney-fied him a while ago.
Speaking of, when we get to All for One, we're definitely doing co-op. I'm pretty sure the servers are still up last I checked.
Neat.
Yeah. I never actually finished All for One because I was trying to find people to play it with because it's built as a co-op game.
Fair enough. Well, now you have me. So it definitely seems like these pirate guys are going to be back in Rift Apart. That's how it's looking.
Like just the pirates, or are we also bringing back Captain Slag?
Well, I mean, I don't know. They The pirates were in like in that brief gameplay demo that they showed off.
Oh, so it's probably just another dimension thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't know how deep they're gonna go into that. I imagine they'll use the dimension thing for like a lot of old game callbacks.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
You know what would be hilarious is if that game retconned Size Matters as its own dimension.
I could see them doing that. That's
So
a very...
we just have like one just never say anything about it. You just at some point pass through the fucking like fever dream quark mindscape level.
Yes.
That would be great.
Yeah, I can see them doing that. That's a very Insomniac joke.
Hmm. Mr. Ataka says JPEGs and all.
Yes, they're not allowed to use new JPEGs. They have to use the old ones.
Gabo asks, what's your favorite classic Sonic game not counting Mania in all caps? Well, that's not fair. I guess it'd probably be Sonic 3 then.
Yeah, if we're counting Sonic 3 complete, then yeah. I'm not so much a fan of Sonic 3 Vanilla.
Yeah. Well, Sonic 3 Complete isn't even the best version anymore. Now it's Sonic 3 Air.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm still amazed that they managed to do what they did with Sonic 3 Air, because it does everything that the Taxman and Stealth games do, but it's still using the original engine.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. It's got widescreen, full 60 frames per second.
And they've also added like things like smooth scrolling in the special stages, and you have the option of sprite rotation.
It's really cool stuff. Probably couldn't run on an actual Mega Drive, but you know.
No.
Get a nice close-up of Ratchet's face there. So yeah, what do you think of Captain Slag and the pirates in this game?
I mean, I definitely like their characterization better in the next game, but they're okay in this one.
It's been a while since I've played Crack in Time. The only reason I remember anything that happens in this game is because I played it like a billion times as a kid.
Well, I don't think they're in a Crack in Time. I meant Quest for Booty.
Right? Yeah. I keep
Though
forgetting.
there is a pirate radio station in the in-between space areas. Because you can use the D-pad on the ship to change the radio station to like different music and different commercials and everything. And there's one station that's just all pirate stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I only played this one as a kid because this was basically my first PS3 game. And then A Crack in Time I got like many years later. I never played Quest for Booty or any of the other PS3 ones.
Z-Man says, my first Sonic game was '06. That is actually painful to read.
Do you have fond memories of it, or did you always know it was shit? Like, that's a game that I've actually warmed to over time. Like, now that I understand it and I can wrangle it, I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, same. I still have fucking flashbacks to my first attempts at Crisis City. It's like the game was generally fine up until that point.
Yep.
At least with Sonic.
Yeah. Sonic, his level design is okay for the most part.
This level design is just fine. It's the physics that are the problem.
Yeah.
If you put the levels from Sonic 06 into Sonic Adventure DX, I guarantee you it would be just fine and passable.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, all it needs is a couple of new batteries.
In fact, I think there actually is a port of Sonic 06's levels to Sonic Adventure 2 now.
Nice.
I think it's called Project PO2.
I see. Like a play on Project PO6.
I happen to be a renowned expert in Lombax history, and this
There's
Oh,
some...
sorry, Sonic Adventure, Sonic PO, just Sonic PO2.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, have you seen some of the entries for the Sonic hacking contest this year?
I have. I was actually, because I couldn't watch things that made me laugh a bunch when I was recovering from surgery, I was just watching Some Call Me Johnny streaming the Sonic hacking contest stuff.
Yeah, yeah. He's a good boy.
Yeah. He made me laugh a little more than I was expecting, and I pulled some more stitches. Thanks, Johnny!
It must have been so stressful being your nurse. I pulled a stitch again.
You think I had a dedicated nurse?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I had my roommate that is a doctor in training. That's it. Well, technically he's a doctor in his own country, but he has to be recertified in Canada, so... You know how it is.
Yeah.
I'm just watching a video on PO2 now, and it actually looks really fucking good.
Nice.
If anyone wants to have a look at that, I will post it in chat now.
Neato, neato. One of my favorites, like mods and things from that contest is Doom in Sonic Mania.
It's literally just Doom.
Yeah.
You have an option to show Sonic's hand, but that's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just Doom.
It's just Doom.
Exactly how it should be. Lil Gabbo64 would you ever stream any of the Paper Mario games? Have we done any of those?
No, we haven't ever streamed an RPG in general.
I gotta be honest with you, I really, really, really like the Paper Mario games. I wouldn't mind taking that at some point. Maybe even Pro Mode, to be honest. Have y'all seen the Pro Mode hack?
No.
What's that do?
Yeah,
We're
they're-
talking Thousand Year Door here, right?
I'm talking 64, but I like
Oh.
pretty much all of them.
Hmm.
Someone made a hack for Paper Mario 64 called Paper Mario 64 Pro Mode, and there's also a Master Mode hack, and they both basically just make the game a lot more difficult.
Nice.
You get
Huh.
better encounters, your enemies do a whole lot more damage, which is very necessary if you've played the game a few times, because, I mean, once you've played through Paper Mario, it is baby's first RPG.
If we ever do stream, or sorry, if I personally ever stream an RPG, I would probably start with one of the Mario and Luigi ones. And other than that, if I streamed a Paper Mario game specifically myself, I would probably start with Super.
Neat. I never really played any of the Mario RPGs.
You're missing out,
So
except with the last one.
I've been through the first 3 of them, and I found them quite fun. Although they don't have the charm to me that Paper Mario's writing does, but they come close.
I think you'd probably... Well, you played Bowser's Inside Story. That's generally considered the pinnacle of the series.
That game is incredible. It's also fetishes the game. Which is someone's got to
the entire game, you just get bored by Bowser.
Awful.
It's
Awful.
just an RPG's wet dream.
I think my favorite thing from that game is just the implication that Bowser's equivalent of a mushroom is hot wings. Freaking genius idea.
My favorite in the series is still Dream Team, though apparently there's like way too much tutorialization for a lot of people's taste in that game.
That's what I heard. I never ended up picking that one up. Is it any good?
As I just said, it's my favorite in the series, personally.
Put up at
You
some
can
point.
fondle Luigi's face. How can you go wrong?
Fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the only thing better than Sexy Luigi is 100 Sexy Luigis.
Oh god, we need to get Joe on if we ever play that.
There's still a series I want to do sometime, that after we finish Galaxy 2, which was like fucking 6 or 7 years ago at this point.
I wanted to do the Summer of Lubba, where it was just Joe in character as Lubba playing games. But I also wanted to do, like, an animation for it. But at the time, shit like Face Rig just didn't exist.
Hey, that's a fair point.
But
We
now
got that
it
now.
does!
We have
So it's
that.
actually feasible to do that.
VTuber lover? Lubber?
Yes! I just need to make the model and rig it, or I just need to get the model and rig it up for something like that.
Yeah, you can do it. I've been looking into making like VTuber stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's confusing because like the program's written in Japanese and it's obvious that they didn't translate it very well.
Well, isn't that what Face Rig is for?
Well, okay. So Face Rig is primarily for well, it was originally primarily for 3D avatars, but they added an update where you can add like live 2D stuff.
Okay.
And live 2D is all Japanese.
In the Face Rig app.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, okay.
That's
So
weird.
it has an English translation, but it's not terribly well laid out or presented or anything.
Well, it would still work for my uses because
Yeah.
the Lubba model is 3D, so...
But yeah, I know. I'm just saying it. At the very least, the live 2D stuff, because I haven't really looked into the phase rig side of it, but the live 2D stuff is difficult to get into, just to like figure out how to rig stuff up. But
Yeah.
I don't know if the 3D side
How
of
is it
it.
for 3D?
I don't know. I haven't tried that. Because I don't think in 3D.
I'll talk to Joe about it. Maybe we can do something, because I would need to... In order for us to actually make that a feasible thing this far on after the Galaxy 2 playthrough, we would need to first stream something to re-establish Lubba as a character on the channel.
No, I think you just launch into it and no explanation. Like, don't even announce it. Just one stream. Hey, it's Lubba.
We're picking up more stars in the spaceport. You rookies got the stones for a Halo jump?
I do not understand. What are stones?
Maybe if they, I know they're not going to do this, but on the off chance they add Galaxy 2 to 3D All-Stars, then maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing that. They might re-release it as like 3D All Stars Deluxe, now including Galaxy 2.
They will announce that the day they discontinue All Stars Online.
No, what they're gonna do, they're gonna discontinue 3D All-Stars and then announce that plus all the included games separately for Nintendo Switch Online.
Please understand.
Separately, but yeah, for Nintendo Switch Online, but you gotta pay again anyway.
Location we're looking for is ahead of you, just past the spaceport. But be careful. Tachyo's got the port surrounded.
God, it is really weird what Nintendo are doing with this whole limited time release thing, because they did it for that port of the original Fire Emblem as well.
That is a good point, Gabbo. 3D All-Stars plus Super Mario World exists. So it's not completely out of the question that they do a deluxe version.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just don't want to believe that they'd purposefully do that, knowing how long it would take to implement a game like that. Like, here's the thing, like, All-Stars plus Mario World, at least Super Mario World was already on the SNES, so they're basically just smushing that cartridge into the same one, right? But with, like, Galaxy 2, like, they'd have to put in quite a bit of effort to port that, so they're probably working on it already.
Not like, here's the thing with Galaxy 2. With the cursor on the touchscreen, it's fine in Galaxy 1 because it's only ever used for pull stars and star bits. Galaxy 2 uses it a lot in gameplay for Yoshi.
Yeah.
And there's just no way to make that mesh with the controls on the touchscreen in handheld mode, because with Yoshi, you have to be using the controls as well as the pointer.
You really think that would stop them?
You can't do that with the touchscreen.
Yeah, I mean...
Auto-targeting is a possibility, but I think it would be very clunky with the way Galaxy 2's level design is set up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just think it's just very awkward, like the way they made the Wii with its weird control scheme, and now they're trying to port games off of it, and it's like, I don't know if it can really work.
It works just fine in docked mode, because the Joy-Con is just a better Wii remote.
Without the IR pointer.
But you don't really need it with the gyroscope.
Well, yeah, but it gets desynced, and you have to...
enough to make up for it.
You have to resynchronize it, is the point. But you wouldn't have to do that with an IR pointer.
It depends on what you're doing. Like, if you're moving around the room or something, then yeah, I mean, you may have to resynchronize it. But other than that, if you're just sitting in one spot playing the game, you're not going to have to do that all that often.
I don't know, I've heard it gets pretty annoying.
I've played a couple games that have, like, basically imitation Wii controls with Wii resyncing, like The World Ends With You, and honestly, it works pretty well, I think.
Okay.
I think it'd be really
even when you do have to resynchronize, in All-Stars, you just hit one of the triggers, and it automatically recenters the pointer, so
Yeah.
it's not an intrusive thing to have to do.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
So, what's the under-over on Skyward Sword getting a Switch port?
Oh, it's absolutely happening as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I could see it.
I'm actually very curious to see it happen because, at least in my opinion, the Wii Motion Plus was not a technology that was ready for the release that it got, but the Joy-Con is a perfected version of it. So I feel like Skyward Sword on the Switch would work a hell of a lot better than the original did.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be interested to see that. I also
I never finished Skyward Sword just because I lost count of how many times I just could not get the gyroscope to cooperate with my actual motions. But I've never had that problem with the Joy-Cons.
Yeah. I only had that issue sometimes in Skyward Sword. Like, particularly when I was fighting, was it the Style Masters?
I stopped at Girahim.
Okay. I just couldn't figure out what to do
But
with
it was
Girahim.
just having to... The way the game expects you to block his attack was just not registering properly.
Oh man, well you would have hated the final boss then, because it gets even worse. Yeah,
the Joy-Cons, in my opinion, are just a perfected version of the Wii Remote and Wii Motion Plus. I swear to God, when I first started playing Wii Ring Fit, rather, I just sat there on the start screen for like 10 minutes, just marveling at how accurate accurately the 3D representation of the Joy-Cons mimicked my actual movements.
Mm-hmm. God, I hate shielded enemies in this game. Yeah.
Memes.
Memes indeed.
Whoa. Mr. Artaka says you should do The World Ends With You. I would love to do that personally. That's my favorite game of all time.
Neat.
It's fantastic too. If you guys haven't played that, you really need to.
I have not.
I have not played it.
Would you recommend the original or the remaster?
Oh man, that's kind of a controversial subject. I think there's pros and cons to both of them. I think personally that Final Remix would be better to stream, especially because it has endgame content that's going to directly tie in to the next game in the franchise.
Oh yeah, because they're making a
But on
sequel.
a mechanical level, people tend to almost universally prefer the Nintendo DS version, and I do think that that's still the best.
Right.
For actual gameplay purposes, that is the way to play that game.
Okay.
But Final Remix is pretty good still. It's definitely worth picking up, and it's definitely worth playing. So you really can't go wrong either way.
Cool.
Yes. Am I supposed to hit these things?
Yes.
Just trying to figure out how you're supposed to hit these things. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to let these guys do all the work. Okay, now they're all shooting at me. Okay, there we go. You got one of them. Yay.
Yay.
I forget what we're on this planet for. Are we, like, assaulting a spaceport for some reason? Wait, why is my ship here?
Oh.
This is what happens when you don't pay attention to the game. Ooh, I got plenty of raritanium though, so I can upgrade my shit. Okay, let's see what else needs upgrades. This, I guess. Okay. Oh, an armor guy. Give me some armor. Oh god, this armor's ugly. That is... no, I'm not a fan of that. It's a lovely shade of piss yellow, although that might just be the lighting here.
Too bad. You want damage reduction?
I guess.
It looks great if you don't look at it.
Okay, where are we going here? Up here? Nope. Over here? Ah, yes. Oh wait, no, that's a way back from somewhere else. Nope, don't have that yet. Oh, smuggler, here we go.
Well, hey there, friend. You picked a dangerous time to be visiting Rack and 5. Old Percival has shut down the spaceport.
Yeah, he shut down the spaceport, okay. I need to explore the lava refineries.
Suppose you could use this here gyrocycle. Of course, a businessman such as myself.
Can I just... okay. Yes,
Now,
give
careful with
here.
this thing. The Lombax I bought it.
There we... oh, that... that's like a... what's that like? Is that like a Tron thing? It was like a Tron thing. It's
Oh yeah,
the
this
giant-
guy. Get used to him. He's in every game from now on.
He's also in like every level of this game.
Oh man, look at those particle effects.
I forget if you can like do a boost in this thing. Okay, yes you can. Yay, okay, yeah, this is pretty pretty herky jerky. Not really a fan of how this controls. It's not like you really control it so much as you suggest where it might go. Ooh, nice bit of pop in there. Oh no, they're not gonna ask us to platform in this thing, are they?
I agree.
This is giving me strong flashbacks to that one level in Robots.
This is giving me flashbacks to Wrath of Cortex.
Believe it. The Lombax secret is real. I'll see you there.
Oh. Wait, hang on. What, hang on, no, there's more platforming down here. Oh, okay. That's weird. It had like a booster thing that just made you skip the entire room. It looks like there was more stuff in there though.
Hmm.
Ratchet, the coordinates point to one of the rock islands in Sector 4.
Yeah.
There's a strange heat signature coming from
Eek.
Way
Eek.
too cool to be sitting in the middle of a lava pit. I can't believe it. The Lombax secret is real.
Yeah, there's like there's platforms up there, but you just skip them. There's nothing on them, so I don't know why this room even exists really.
Hmm.
Ratchet, do you really need to be in the cycle-y boy for this whole section? You could just get out, you know?
Well, at least it doesn't control like Super Monkey Ball.
Well, not quite. I mean, at least Super Monkey Ball has the thing where it's like you're not controlling the character, you're controlling the stage, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I win.
Yay.
This is where the coordinates lead. Looks like an old bunker.
Man, for the time, this game has some pretty good set pieces.
It does, honestly, yeah. Like they use the power of the PS3 to good use.
Sorry. It says in this room a secret born to quell the angry crag might storm.
I'm not sure what to think about like Talwyn Apogee and the robots. They're kind of weird characters.
Kronk and Zephyr are the best characters in the series, and you respect them.
I mean, they're just kind of old guys.
Well, do you care about spoilers for Into the Nexus?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay.
I didn't know they came back.
Yeah, they're in every game after this.
I actually forgot they were in Crack in Time. Ah, here we go, the Dimensionator.
Oh, lovely.
But it's so ergonomic.
But before you begin, it is vital you observe the following safety guidelines. If you are pregnant, have a heart condition, or are allergic to interdimensional travel, please consult a physician before
Are you pregnant, have a heart condition, or allergic to interdimensional travel? I know I am.
Remain calm and access the pepper spray located in your beta test kit. In the unlikely event that the Dimensionator creates a time-space singularity and tears the fabric of the universe asunder, please log an
I like these little sort of old-timey animated cutscenes.
Following this orientation, please report to
They're
our
pretty
testing
neat.
facility on planet Sargasso for live training and deployment. Good luck.
A Crack in Time does them for introducing new weapons from the GremmelNet shop.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did.
The weapon used to vaporize the Cragmites was a hat. Oh, come on. There's no way a Lombax would invent something that ridiculous.
Oh, really? What about your nuclear-powered rocket sled? Your antimatter bathroom buddy? And let us not forget about the electroshock undergarments you invented last fall.
Stunderwear. Huge seller on this.
Guys,
Electroshock underwear?
interdimensional.
What?
There's more to this than we thought.
Ratchet, why would you do that?
Come on. We need to check out that testing ground on Sargasso.
Okay.
Acquired from planet
Okay.
Sargasso.
I mean, it makes about as much sense as the crotchetizer.
That's true. But at least Ratchet didn't invent the crotchetizer. Maybe the electroshock underwear is a competing product.
Bless you.
Like what flavor of CBT would you like today?
Alright, Chief. What can we do you for?
Okay, on to the next planeta. I don't think there's a whole lot of backtracking in this game, so we probably won't be going back to many of these planets. Speaking of backtracking in Ratchet games, I saw a video the other day that I'm sure people here have probably seen because it was like trending on YouTube for a while. It was like some speedrunning trick in Ratchet 1 that it is theorized to be possible, but as of yet no one's been able to do it. And that is to beat planet Auxon, I think it was, with Clank.
Justice Clank?
Justice Clank, yeah.
Yeah.
And get the second infobot there and basically skip like 3 other planets in doing so. But the thing is, like, with the way that speedrunning has improved over the years for that game, it wouldn't be any faster to do it that way now than it would to just run quickly through all the 3 other planets.
Let me guess. We find some more Leviathan souls?
He's a wise guy.
Okay, this cutscene has fine audio.
That's weird.
Souls. Remind me to choke that parrot next time we see him.
Weird. Oh yeah, this is the level with dinosaurs in it for some reason.
Oh. I must have forgotten about this one.
Really, really ugly looking dinosaurs. No, you know what? Their heads look like the mighty tumor. Like with the weird sort of side tusks.
God damn it.
Star Fox Adventures wants what this game has.
also got tiny boys, tiny pinchies.
Oh.
God, just die already. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this basically takes place of all the like the big wide open levels in previous games where you had to collect a bunch of stuff. It's one of those. Like the desert in Ratchet 2. Yeah.
It do be like that.
It sure do. Let's see, can I get on top of this thing? Oh, I think I can. Not quite. Hang on. Oh. If I can maneuver my way around here. Oh, no, come on, I can get up there. No, come on, Ratchet. You can do it. Nope.
You tried.
I'm trying. No, you gotta be able to do this. There's gotta be like a skill point for getting up there. There's gotta be. Look, it's so close. There's gotta be like a...
Oh.
If there's not a skill point for getting up there, I'll be very disappointed in this game. I always like skill points better than achievements in games. Because like it gave the developers a lot more control over like, you know, just sort of how they were presented.
Yeah.
Whereas with achievements it's all just done through the system menu and it's like, yeah, I don't really care. And unless they're coupled with an in-game system, they can't give you in-game rewards either, unlike skill points. I think this game has achievements, I'm not sure. Don't know when those were introduced. I remember when they started porting PS2 games to like the PS4, you know, like 3 times they did that. One of their reasons for like not just having every game on there available for like backwards compatibility was users need achievements, and they won't buy PS2 games if they don't have achievements. So we gotta put them in each game individually. It's very silly. Where do I go from here? Is that enough souls for the guy? 3 souls? Is that all you wanted? Yeah. Epic. Now this is another one of them. Oh, yep, here it is. It's one of them tilty boys. Now this is Super Monkey Ball.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah.
I'll try rolling. That's a neat trick.
Let's try flying. That's a neat trick.
These mini games, because this was the era of the PS3 where it was like, oh man,
We got this new controller with fucking motion controls.
Yeah.
Gotta put that in fucking everything.
God, game devs get a new toy and it just becomes a solution to everything.
God, I remember when the original 6-axis, it got rid of the rumble. So like you couldn't have rumble in games if you wanted motion controls. And then eventually they were like, wait, no, that's a stupid idea. Let's just make a DualShock 3.
Yeah. And you can't play this game with third-party controllers because of the implementation of 6-axis.
Well, I mean, there's an option in the menu to turn motion controls off, so...
Really?
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
Control options. 6-axis wireless controller off. There we are, disable motion sensors on the 6-axis. Okay, it says functionality required for Tornado and Tempest launcher weapons, so I guess you can't use those weapons if you don't have that turned on.
Alright, Chief. What can we do you for?
I'll just turn on. What to upgrade?
Why would it require that for those weapons? What reason is there that it can't be done with an analog stick?
Well, the Tornado launcher, it lets you move and control the camera independently of the motion of the bullets, which are tornadoes.
Okay.
I'll just like use it and show you what I mean. Just like there you go, upgrade it a bit. Here we go. Tornado. Here we go. So like I'm gonna shoot it, and then I can like tilt the controller around to move it. And that's not tied to camera control or ratchet motion. I just also realized it gives you a lot of raritanium, so I think they want you to use this weapon.
That seems extremely clunky to use.
It is, which is why I never use it. What was the other one they said it's used for? The Nope,
It looks jank, but it at least looks fun jank.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that right now. I'll just shoot buzz blades at these guys until they die. Something I do like in this game is that, I mentioned this last stream, but weapon upgrades, like weapon leveling up, is not determined by how many enemies you kill, it's determined by how much damage you do. So, like, you can be halfway through killing a boss and your weapon will get a level up. I like that. It gives you more of a chance to level up your weak weapons instead of just being stuck with like the one or two that do damage. So how's the chat doing?
Wait, you talking to me?
Yeah, I can't read the chat, so how's it doing?
Yes. Gabo asked who's the streamer for this one, and if we have different hosts for different games.
Yes. I am Chip. I am the one playing this game. And, yeah. We have different people for most of our different streams. It's usually either me or Liam, though. Oh boy, time for the goop. You like goop? Now, where to go with this goop? Do you have like a favorite one level gimmick weapon, like the goop gun. Because like there's this, there's the hydro displacer, there's the, I don't know. Those are the only two I can think of.
Yeah, same.
I guess there's the hot and cold gun as well.
Hmm.
You can like freeze water and melt it.
I don't know, I guess the hydro displacer, because this is just kind of lame.
Yeah, it's just make
And
a
used
platform.
here. The hydro displacer is at least used. Well, no, the hydro displacer is from Ratchet 1, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, no, I'm thinking of the one from Size Matters.
Ah,
Because that one is used throughout the entire game.
right, okay. Yeah, the one in Ratchet 1's used like in 2 or 3 levels, and I guess this one is as well.
I think that's one of the few things that Size Matters did right, is that its gimmick tools are actually useful outside of 1 or 2 levels.
Yeah. Oh, can't get up there. Where are we? We're over there, okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but you're dying.
No. Not anymore. I am the alive one.
Also, why the hell aren't you using the buzz blades? They're like the best weapon in the game at this point.
I am using the buzz blades?
Oh. Use them more.
I only got them a couple levels ago. So yeah, I'm leveling them up. They're pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, they don't do a whole lot of damage individually, but it's just got a lot of ammo, and so you can just keep shooting them.
Hmm.
How have you been getting along with Age of Calamity, by the way? I saw you posting a bit about that earlier.
Where did I leave off? I think I left off right after the champion ceremony, where fucking Rivali called everything asinine, and I think that's the first time I've heard the word asinine used in a Nintendo game.
Is that notable?
I mean, it's an uncommon word for calling something stupid that I feel like Nintendo would refrain from using just because it starts with ass.
I guess. I don't know.
I think it works for
They haven't
Rivali.
shied away from that kind of shit before.
I don't know. Seems pretty normal to me.
It's like there are certain words you can't name Pokemon because they happen to have ass in them or something like that.
Yeah, it's the Scunthorpe problem.
Seems the boat crank activated the bridge. I do so enjoy technology.
There's a town in England called Scunthorpe, but yeah, if you take the S off the front, then the next 4 letters are C-U-N-T.
Ratchet, come in. Something's wrong. I think we're being followed. Honk's picked up attack.
Alright, Chief. What can we do you for? What do we look like? A bunch of chumps?
Friendship signature.
Yeah, from this game onwards, these like big open levels are a lot easier to navigate because they'll usually give you a vehicle to go through them.
Yeah, that's that would be appreciated.
It's like you got the wings for a while in this one, but in future games they'll just always be at your disposal.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like,
into the Nexus onwards, it's usually like it is in the actually both into the Nexus. It's basically exactly as it is in the Ratchet Clank. It's just a jetpack.
right, yeah.
So it's basically that structure from this game onward.
Yeah, that was the if I can give the Ratchet remake one thing that is good, it's the jetpack. So
Yeah, because it did help making some of the more useless levels a lot bigger. Like the fucking Blarg homeworld, I think it was.
yeah, yeah. That's weird. There was just a random Mr. Zircon capsule lurking back here.
You're just looking for brains.
Yeah, just gotta get all those brains, so the guy can make a brain sandwich or whatever.
I do. That's another thing I have to give the remake. If I have to give it anything, is they gave the Blarg, other than what's his face, a bit more character. Chairman Drek.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of a weird thing about that, which I guess applies to a lot of the other games as well, is that they gave them more personality, but that just kind of makes Ratchet look like a heartless asshole for killing them without mercy.
I think that fits the general tone of these games, though.
I mean, I guess,
Yeah,
but
the Ratchet remake does especially nicely with that kind of with the personality thing, because it does the thing that it does one of the few things that Crash of the Titan did good, where if you see enemies, if you come across enemies in the disc, they'll be in the middle of a conversation, and you can just sit around and eavesdrop on them before you kill them.
I'm kind of in two minds about that, because on the one hand it can be charming, but also it just means that there's constant dialogue all the time. Nobody ever shuts up.
It works because it gives the NPCs, and by extent the world they're in, a little more believable life. Because you got to imagine you're fucking like, you're a soldier set to be on watch duty for this one dude, and you got nothing but your other soldiers keeping you company. You're not just going to be standing there silently doing nothing. You're going to be talking to your comrades, shooting the shit.
Yeah, I guess. This game does that too, but like only for the pirates, which I think fits, because they're the kind of goofier guys who would make random small talk.
These puzzles just give me flashback to that one Rabbids game on WiiWare, where it was just a rabbit inside the Wii remote. Do any of you guys remember that shit?
No, I've played like 10 minutes of the first Rabbids game, and that's it.
That's all. It was just a simple WiiWare game where it was just a rabbit inside the Wii remote, and you could like dress it up and shit.
Almost didn't recognize you.
I'm gonna look it up now. I don't remember what it was called.
It's the plumber.
Rabbids Go Home? No, that's not right.
I'm about to try out my.
I thought it was an actual like WiiWare game.
High speed interplanetary.
Maybe it was just Rabbids Go Home.
Maybe.
I take it you was expecting something else.
Yeah, this looks familiar.
Something capable of vaporizing an entire planet of whatchamacallits.
Crag mines.
Yeah, I always like shit like that. Like, there's this one Shrek game on the GameCube
that has a secret level that's just the inside of the GameCube.
Nice.
Believe me, there's no device like that. That don't mean what you're looking for, ain't there? Say, do you happen to
I like in Luigi's Mansion where he has a little Game Boy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Although
Although,
they fucked up Mark's model in this game too.
She may have arrived.
no, I think Quark looks alright here.
She's got those two warbots protecting
His eyes are too human.
up with her later.
Yeah, okay, they went a little overboard on the eyes.
Yeah.
But I can
Like
see
what they
what they
did
were
to fucking Sonic in the first iteration of his movie form.
I can at least see what they were going for with Quark here, whereas with Sonic it's just like, no, sir.
Nope.
No, I don't like that, sir.
Gabo, no, this isn't emulated. This is just Chip has a shit disc.
Yeah, I didn't have these problems the first time I played it. I guess the disc is just damaged, which is weird because it's a like Blu-ray. You know, they're good. It's just been sitting in its box too.
You would expect more of shit like this to happen than just the cutscene audio. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, here's one thing: they got this crate that's halfway stuck inside a platform.
Oh,
Is that
Oh, that's fun.
that doesn't seem right. It doesn't even seem to be moving with the platform.
Yeah.
It's just frozen in the air.
It's not clipping, it's buried treasure.
Yes.
It's just not buried. Buried.
So yeah, Breath of the Wild did that right.
Oof.
Come on, lift your foot. There we go.
Oh yeah, so at the back to Age of Calamity. Why the hell does Hestu have such difficult missions?
I haven't played any of his missions actually. Is like side ones.
I've just been playing every side mission as they unlock. And it just happens that after you unlock a character, you get like 10 fucking missions for them right away.
Yeah.
It seems like all of Hestu's missions, you're basically put up against a horde of enemies and a lot of big enemies, but Hestu's base damage is really, really low. It's like one of the missions was just plain and simple to capture an outpost. They gave you 4 minutes to do it. I did not think it was going to take 4 minutes, but it took 3.5.
Oh yeah, so a lot of those time limit missions can go really up to the wire.
Right, but my point is, it's like the entire mission was just to capture one outpost. As any other character, that would take me like 30 seconds. But with Hestu, it took me the majority of the time limit.
There was one mission. I think it was one of Link's training missions for two-handed weapons, where it was like kill 300 enemies in however many minutes. I managed to just about get the last enemy in the last second of the time limit with 1/4 heart remaining.
Well, with that one, the issue was mainly because after like the first, in the last like quarter of the time limit, they stopped spawning the enemy.
Well, I don't think it's so much to do with the time limit. I think it's literally just that they spawn just enough monsters for you to kill, and like, I don't know, like 10 more.
Well, no, in the early parts of the mission, they spawn like hundreds and hundreds of them. But then you kill them all, and more spawn in.
Well,
Just as time goes on, they stop spawning them.
I don't think it's so much that it spawns more in. I think it's more that like it reached the spawn limit early on, and it's just like filling in the rest that it meant to render earlier.
Maybe.
Like, I think those missions are specifically designed in such a way that no matter how fast you kill the enemies, there will always be just more than enough than you need.
I mean, I will say this. That was a relatively small area with a relatively small amount of enemies that you're supposed to kill. I don't think it came anywhere near the spawn limit, just because of the main mission directly after you get the Master Sword, where you have an entire full-size level that's just nothing but hordes of enemies.
Fair enough, I guess. Yeah. I like how they handled the Master Sword in this game as well, compared to the first Hyrule Warriors. Because in that game it was just a better normal sword, so you had no reason to ever use a normal sword. But in this one, they made it so that, like, with weapon upgrading and also just the fact that, you know, you can more accurately control which skills get applied to your weapons.
I mean, I've just been merging every weapon with every other weapon of its same type.
Well, that could get really expensive, and also.
I mean, I've been getting like I've been coming out to like every 2 levels with like 5,000 rupees. So.
Okay, I mean the fact that you're doing all the side missions as well probably helps, but yeah, I mean the weapons can only go up to level 20 for a start. After that, you basically can't keep merging them. I mean, I guess you can merge them, but they don't get EXP from it or anything. And the weapon skills, I think you can only have like a maximum of 5 on a weapon, I think. But yeah, that's something I've been getting into now that I'm like done with the main story and getting into the post game, is like really paying attention to what skills my weapons have.
Well, the level of the weapon itself doesn't seem to matter as much as its damage.
Well,
which can vary wildly. Like,
well, yeah.
I've been doing a lot of combining into the Master Sword. My Master Sword does 48 damage, and it's only level 8.
Yeah, my Master Sword's about the same. I have a different one-handed sword, though, which is, I think, level 19, and it does 120 damage. So, yeah.
At any rate, I've just been merging everything as I get it, pretty much, and it's been working out pretty alright for me.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess. But yeah, those damage outputs can really change, to the point where, like, sometimes I'll get, like, what I assume is meant to be a better grade of weapon, but it's just, like, got a lower damage than the one I've already got. Like, you know how you can get, like, for Urbosa, for example, you can get the Gerudo Scimitar, and then, like, the other Scimitar, and it's like, I can't tell which one's supposed to be the stronger one, because they all have completely different damage outputs.
Also, I'm still very disappointed with the music.
It's alright, music-wise. Not amazing, but not terrible.
It's just a very big disappointment to me compared to the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got too far, but what I have heard sounded kind of like, not, I wouldn't go as far as to say generic, but definitely not as memorable as the LTW.
Well, no, the problem is that it uses a lot of Breath of the Wild music, and Breath of the Wild doesn't have music.
Well, it has a lot of music.
Breath of the Wild has ambient noise that sounds like music.
No, okay, no, I'll disagree with you there. Breath of the Wild has a lot of good music, just mostly in cutscenes and scripted events, which you're not gonna see after you beat the story.
The problem I have is that this is a Warriors game, and that shit doesn't really work. And the music in a Warriors game is supposed to pump you up.
As evidenced, by the way.
Got to the third level in the original Hyrule Warriors, there were like 5 different absolute bangers.
Yeah. Speaking of great Warriors music, though, people will have noticed actually at the start of this stream that I used some from One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. It's cool.
Oh yeah, that didn't click with me for a moment. That's a Warriors game, isn't
Yeah.
it? That explains why the music is so good.
Yep. And also that's
Why is it not good in this game?
and that's in Pirate Warriors it's all original music too because they could not get the license for the anime music.
Okay, here's the thing. This is why it really pisses me off, and why that makes me pissed off about it even more. Because Breath of the Wild has so little actual stage music. I had assumed during development that this would give Koei Tecmo free reign to make a bunch of awesome original tracks that were different from the original Hyrule Warriors, where like 50% of the tracks were just remixes of actual Zelda theme. But no, they just made orchestral fluff and filled it in with slightly enhanced Breath of the Wild music.
There are a few tracks which I really quite like, but yeah, for the most part, I guess it's not as good.
Literally the only one I can remember at this point, just without listening to it, is the world map theme, and that's only because you hear it like every 5 seconds.
Do 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 do.
God, that is my biggest disappointment in this game, and the fact that they were given free reign to make original tracks for a fucking One Piece game just makes it that more egregious to me.
Several One Piece games actually. There's 4 of them.
The original Hyrule Warriors were fucking amazing, you know. Solidus Cave, fucking the Master Sword Shrine, I forget its actual name. Eclipse of the Sun.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
absolutely godly music.
It had some
And
bangers.
they're all original. Silent Guardians, that's what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
None of
good.
that here. It's like, it doesn't even have to be rock to be memorable. It just needs to have a good melody. Ugh.
Ah, well.
Yes, Gabbo, I seem to be the only one reading chat right now. I haven't seen the Sonic movie.
Wait, you
I
haven't?
had tickets to see it when it was in theaters.
Oh, dang.
Take a guess what happened there. Take it easy, Gabbo. See ya. Hello,
See ya,
Kate.
Gabbo.
How you doing?
Ew. And yeah, the reason I'm not reading chat is because I literally can't. I'm using my phone for internet right now, because my actual home internet is completely crapping out. So I can't like.
You can't look at chat.
Sorry, what?
Why does that mean you can't look at chat?
Well, because my phone is the only thing I could look at it on.
I mean, the mobile dashboard is a thing.
I can't look at the mobile dashboard because I'm playing the game on the TV screen.
But your phone is right there, is it not?
Okay, no, sorry, I explained badly. My phone is like connected to my PC with a cable, and it's put in such a way that I can't conveniently like reach over and get it.
Oh. Well, why can't you open the dashboard on your PC then?
Because,
oh, right, because your screen.
Yeah, because I only have the one monitor. I'm using that for the game.
You have your Surface.
Oh, God, that's so awkward to set up, though.
You literally just open it and then open the browser. Fuck off.
Yeah, but where would I even put it? Like, I don't have space on this desk.
I was using it on the window ledge when I was over there.
Well, I have better standards than that, so...
I know the layout of your room!
You guys need to come over here to stream. I've got trips.
Yeah, we'll all have a grand old time streaming Cards Against Humanity and snorting Pocky.
You know it.
I like how it's evolved from smoking Pocky to snorting it now.
I gotta do it.
Smoking it
I gotta
didn't
do
work
it. I
out
need a
too
better
well.
high.
Clearly the way to ingest it is to snort it. God, I just noticed those fucking dinosaurs don't have proper shadows.
Oh. Oh, yeah, actually, no, this one doesn't either.
What the fuck? It looks so out of place. It doesn't even have drop shadows underneath its feet.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, because Ratchet has a shadow.
And it looks completely unshaded.
Yes.
Also, it is slightly hovering above the ground.
Yes.
Hell! These things have shadows.
Yeah.
I guess dinosaurs just count as objects and not entities or something? I don't know.
It could be.
Maybe they give off just enough light that they don't have a shadow.
Yeah, I guess they must count as like...
This level kind of looks like shit.
No. Nah, it's fine.
I mean, some of the similar levels in Deadlocked, I think, looked more detailed than this one.
I mean, I don't know about that. They might have looked better artistically, but I don't think more detailed.
I don't know. Like, if you discount the fucking character models, the stage itself could easily be on the PS2.
I don't know about that, because it's very wide open.
I mean, model-wise, I'm saying. Like, in any given point where you're standing, the amount of detail is, on average, what you would expect from a late-era PS2 game.
I don't know. You ever seen a polygon in real life? There's a lot of them. I think this thing is doing literally 0 damage, so I'm going to switch over to Plasma Beasts. Attacking my gooey children.
Why don't you use the best weapon that's not necessarily the best weapon in this game because it's technically a tool or whatever they call them, Mr. Zircon?
I hate Mr. Zircon. It's so stupid.
Why?
All he does is make unfunny quips about killing things.
That's what makes it funny!
But he just says the same ones over and over.
Fuck you! I just noticed the boxes don't have shadows either.
Well, the boxes have physics, so can't have physics and shadows at the same time. That's too much.
That's one thing I'll give into the Nexus, admittedly at the expense of having the frame rate from 60 to 30. It drastically overhauled the graphics and lighting engine.
Yeah, I mean that was the reason that they gave for doing that. Like they said, like straight up, we want to make it prettier, so it's not gonna be 60 FPS.
Yeah.
And like, I guess. I guess.
The issue I take is that the fucking Ratchet remake also only ran at 30.
Yes,
And that was on a more powerful console, so what the fuck?
Yeah, it had really no reason to be like that. Like, at least Rift Apart is going to have an option for 60 FPS. But
what does that option have at its expense?
Well, that's the thing. They've said it'll be lower resolution. They haven't said how much lower, but lower.
I don't know why they couldn't just do the fucking dynamic resolution scaling thing that like Mario Galaxy and the All Stars collections to do.
I mean, I'm
Like,
sure.
I never noticed it changing at any point.
I'm sure that is a thing that is happening under the hood somewhere, because that's a very industry-wide practice at this point. But yeah, it'll probably disable some of the like fancier graphical effects too. Like so something that always makes me laugh is, you know how the whole marketing around the PS5 is play has no limits, and then like the first game on it is Spider-Man Miles Morales, which immediately presents you with the option: do you want ray tracing or do you want 60 FPS? You can't have both.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like both, but give me that frame rate.
Yeah, same. I will basically always choose frame rate over anything else. Because it just, you know, it makes the game feel better to play. And that's what I care about.
Easy Man says, Pocky, the new cocaine.
So that's what New Coke was.
Crab battle.
Crab battle. Crab battle. Looks like crab. Tastes like battle.
The crab cycle. There is only one step, and it is crab.
You hear that all of evolution is converging into crab now?
Yes. Things keep evolving into crabs and we don't know why.
God, I wish I could evolve into a crab. I don't have any problems.
It's got a proper like scientific name as well. It's carcinization.
Have you two ever seen a crab eat? They're so polite.
I have not.
Hold on, I got just the animated GIF for this.
Yeah. This level's very big.
Yeah.
There's a lot of walking. There's a lot of looking, and there's a lot of
Fucking wings.
well, because you need to use the platforms to do the wings.
Weren't you just near one? Not to. You're literally right there.
What? Yeah, but okay. Here's the thing: if I use the wings, then I'm gonna skip all the boxes.
Why do you need all the boxes?
Because the boxes have bolts in them.
How many bolts do you need?
All of them.
Fuck's sake.
This is made by the same people that made Spyro, okay?
Yeah, but it's not made by the same. It's not made under the same mindset.
It is to me, okay? It is played under the same mindset.
And you stopped playing Age of Calamity because you thought it would be less fun for people.
Well, I'm still playing it, it's just not on stream. Freaking love that game.
Tiny crab!
Yes, many.
Owen just posted a thing in the voice streaming.
Ah.
Here's a tiny crab eating tiny crabs.
Oh.
Well
That's
then.
less adorable.
Oh, nice gift, Discord. Just gonna fix. Actually, it doesn't look like either of these animated, so.
Huh. Okay, where am I at now?
Like, sure, it is eating baby crabs, but look how polite it is about it.
I can't watch the GIF right now. How does it express its politeness?
It's just very slow and meticulous. Takes... I wish my cat ate that.
It cannibalizes its brethren with very good manners.
With poise and dignity.
It's like the exact opposite of watching my cat. They've had to get like a splatter guard for my cat because she'll manage to throw pieces of her pate like 5 inches away from her bowl. There'll just be chunks everywhere.
Okay. Thought maybe I could get up there. Smuggler, I bring you souls. For what will you trade?
Ooh.
Two.
2?
Oh, yes, these hollow plants I'd be finding. What are they for? That's oh, it's
Probably rhino.
yeah, it's the rhino. I never did unlock that the first time I played this game. Like the first hundreds of hours I put into this game. Okay, oh, we are doing a bit of backtracking back to Planet Mukau. Later renamed to Planet Matanui Cow. Oh yeah, because Quark had a whole thing where he was like, get over here. Oh, there's a gold bolt over there I can get now. Yeah. Yeah, ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. So, how are you all doing today?
Yes.
This is good.
I'm feeling good. I had quiche.
You make a lot of quiche.
Ah, damn it.
Okay, there's a reason I swear I'm not quiche obsessed. Things I should never have to say.
No, damn it.
We got like a carton of like really nice eggs, and we're like desperate to use them all up. That's the only use I can think of for all these freaking eggs, besides making a ton of omelets, I guess. So I'm just stuck in quiche hell as I try to use them all up.
Well, you know what you gotta do. You gotta smoke the eggs.
Smoke? How am I gonna smoke them? They're like liquid. I guess I could like overcook them and then make them into a powder, but it sounds unpleasant. That sounds very unpleasant.
Here's what you gotta do for the ultimate ecstasy.
Ecstasy,
You
you
gotta
could say.
you gotta grind up some puck, put it in a bong, and then use the eggs as the bong water.
Where am I gonna get a bong from at this hour? What's the Joel said in his Meat Zone 2? He's like, the ultimate in super sex.
Oh, I don't want to think about eggy bong water.
No,
Oh,
it's not bong water. It's just eggs.
I've never smoked a weed in my life, but I promise you, if I had a bong, I would try that right now just for you.
God, this is some Unis honest bullshit.
R.I.P.
Remember, you're not a true gamer unless you replace the bong water with Monster Energy. Does that kill you? I feel like that would kill you.
No. You're not a true gamer unless you replace the bong water with Mountain Dew and the weed with ground up Doritos.
And it has to be Code Zero, imported from online. The uncapable, oh yeah, this is an 09 vintage.
Z-Man just says vape the eggs.
Vape the eggs! Oh, that's heinous. I'm gonna make that my status.
Nahu says, and the bong needs to have a full set of RGB lights.
God, when I upgraded my computer earlier this year, got a new CPU and it came with a fan that had RGB lights in it. I'm just like, oh no, I'm one of them.
I hate to admit this, but I'm a sucker for that kind of shit.
You're not one of them until you get the rainbow keyboard.
I've got the rainbow keyboard, the rainbow mouse. I've got 6 RGB fans and an RGB processor fan. I want to die.
But do you have the transparent case and liquid cooling?
No liquid cooling, but there is a transparent side panel.
Yeah, I mean, most
cooling scares me.
Most PC cases have a transparent side panel. Mine has a kind of mesh for where the fan goes.
Like, I know that liquid cooling is perfectly safe, but it's still, it spooks me. Besides, if I get liquid cooling, then what am I going to do with my 6 RGB fan?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's going to be for show, and nobody wants that.
I remember back when liquid cooling was kind of a newish concept. I was in trade school, and our teacher decided to show it off by bringing in the oil he'd fried chicken in for dinner, and there was still like debris at the bottom, and he straight up took a PC out of the case and just submerged it in this used chicken water. Well, chicken oil.
Why?
Chicken oil, just to show us that it worked.
Excuse me?
He was eccentric like that. He was just eccentric like that and wanted to be like, look kids, even though I fried chicken in this, you can put a compooper in it because it's oil.
I don't... Okay.
So what you're saying is, after we you know, fucking smoke the Doritos in the Mountain Dew bong, we can use the Mountain Dew bong water as cooling liquid for your RGB PC.
You know, technically, I think that would work. I mean, he was submerging the whole PC in this because it was oil and it's non-conductive, but
Then
Yeah.
the PC too will get high and mighty.
True.
this is awful. We're awful people. Chat, please don't do this.
It is your destiny. It must be done. For science!
Like, now that you say it, though, I think there are actually cooling systems that you can use, like, water and stuff in, because the water doesn't actually touch the components. So,
Yeah.
on-water PC is viable. But remember, if you do that, you have to make all of your LED light, all of your RGB just gets to be green from then on. You can maybe get away with red and yellow, too. But it's better than green.
We have fun here.
When you said all the RGBs have to be green, I suddenly started thinking of a Shrek PC, where it's all green RGBs, and instead of like cooling liquid, it's swamp water.
Oh, like it's just mud. It's
Like,
just mud in there.
the case has to be like one of those hacky 90s PCs, like the fucking Hot Wheels PC. The case itself is all green and has Shrek ears molded onto it.
Yes.
Here, I can do you one better. Instead of like swamp water or whatever,
Yeah.
get some vintage Shrek Gogurt.
It has to be vintage, so it's absolutely fucking rancid.
It's gotta be vintage. They don't
make it anymore.
Here, let me get some brand new Shrek yogurt off the
Shrek
shelf.
PC cooled by rancid yogurt.
Imagine the smell. Oh god, your PC gets hot and it's just kernels. You've got like Shrek cheese clogging your cooling system. You've got ogre smegma all up in your system.
No.
I'm so sorry for anyone that has to hear me say this.
Never in my 29 years of living on this godforsaken planet did I ever expect to be talking about a PC and all of a sudden the word Shregma.
Shregma! I'm dying.
Oh dear.
This train of thought that occurred to a human being on this planet just now.
Vile. I'm just gonna DM my friends the word Shregma and just let them deal with that.
Oh God, why?
Oh god.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Shrek had some weird promotions. Y'all remember that Shrek Heinz ketchup and it was like green ketchup and it tasted awful?
Oh no!
I don't remember that now.
The computer case has to be the outhouse from the movie, and when you open it, it starts playing All Star. It's like
Instead
one
of
of
the
those
Windows
musical
jingle,
Christmas cards.
when you input your password wrong, it goes, what are you doing in my
in
phone?"
like 2 tones with the PC speaker. It's like beeps and boops.
Oh god.
Oh, we have fun here.
Who's this Beaver House Shrek games when?
We all need to find a way to do online multiplayer on that Shrek Mario Party ripoff.
I mean, Parsec exists.
That's true. And
Make it happen.
I do own both the Shrek 2 and Shrek the Third PS2 games.
I just got my brother-in-law Shrek All-Star Racing as a Christmas gift, but I'm gonna put Super Smash Bros. Melee inside the game case.
Which PS2 Shrek game was the one that had a dedicated belch button?
Oh god, I don't know.
Because that was a thing.
Sounds
Please
like...
tell me there was no functional purpose. I need to hear that there was no
I'm
purpose.
pretty sure there was no purpose to it.
Hey, this is gonna be off the wall. Have either of you played Glover?
No, but I've heard of it.
I've seen a lot of stuff of it, but I never played it myself.
That reminded me of with Glover. There were cheat codes that you could enter when you paused the game. It was either when you paused the game or at the launch menu.
Right.
But you would input them with the C buttons, and each of them made a specific sound. So you would get a belch, a fart, like a chicken, like caw, and I can't remember what the fourth one was. But they made like 5 or 6 of each sound effect for each C button. So when I was a kid, I would just pause the game and I would just keep mashing the C buttons while my mom stared at me.
Okay, yeah, it was Shrek Extra Large on the GameCube.
You're extra large.
You know why they call me extra large, donkey.
We should have had a bunch of Shrek games that used like Ratchet and Clank naming conventions. Shrek Ogre
Somebody should make like an animatic out of Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure someone's done it.
Have any of you read the sequel to Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life?
No.
There's a sequel?
Yes.
No.
It must be like... It's gotta be something like Shrek is Laugh. That way we can have live, laugh, and love in the mnemonic. But please link me to that.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now because I'm gonna read this on the stream.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. B16, going to high school. Today we're watching a movie of our choice in history class. Bring Jimmy Neutron the movie. So excited. Get to class and see faggot Shrek lover. He's wearing gay fake Shrek ears. Wants to watch Shrek 2. Call him a fucking cunt. Say Shrek is Drek. Jimmy is love. Jimmy is life. Suddenly, the scent of onions fills the air. All-Star starts playing. A massive green figure bursts through the ceiling. Oh, fuck. What's all this I hear about me being Drek, laddie? He removes his clothes, revealing a fully Shrek's 20-foot-long schrock. It's dripping with swamp juices. Prepare my anus for total destruction. But wait, I can hear something coming from outside. Sounds like a jet. Jimmy Neutron crashes through the window with his jetpack. He's completely naked with a Jim boner that makes Shrek look fucking puny. Jimmy forces Shrek onto the ground, tears streaming down Shrek's face. Broger classmate looking on in horror. Please, help me, laddie! Broger kid doesn't even look at him. He rips off his fake Shrek ears and smashes his copy of Shrek 2. I hand him Jimmy Neutron the movie. He nods knowingly and puts the movie into the DVD player on the classroom TV. We watch the whole movie while Jimmy fucks Shrek in the ass. The movie ends. Jimmy yells, "Got a blast!" and unloads a wave of purple flirt from his gym cock into Shrek's destroyed butthole. The purple flirt begins overflowing inside of Shrek. Shrek explodes and showers us all in ogre blood and purple flirt. Jimmy approaches the ogre, gives him a
gives him a duck and pats him on the head. He flies out the hole in the ceiling with his jetpack. Whole class cheers. It's finally Ogre. Jimmy is love. Jimmy is life.
I want to say for the record, we lost at least a couple viewers for that.
Oh, we lost more than that.
Oh. The word
Not many people know about that one, apparently.
Jim Boner is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. At least it's not the Tito copy pasta.
The what?
You know what? Forget I said anything.
Is that Tito as in Tito Dick Man, baby?
I have no idea what any of that means.
Are you not familiar with the Nut Shack?
It's the Nut Shack.
It's the
Also,
Nut Shack.
Anafi says we lost 10 years of life expectancy.
Nut Shack is love. Nut Shack is life.
Oh man, you'll have to figure out the dashboard or whatever now because Z-Man drew a thing.
Oh. You know what? We got a cutscene right now. I'm gonna go look at that. Let's have a look.
Hey, that's pretty sick.
Scroll down past all the pizza and
That
crabs.
seems that every noun is replaced with the entire Hotel Mario cutscene.
Hey.
I stayed up till like 1 a.m. watching that whole video once, and now the Nut Shack scene is just, it's like imprinted in my head, like someone used a branding iron.
Take it easy, guy. Maybe you can be a superhero. You
Yeah,
just need to
that's
stop being
a
so
cool draw.
whiny.
You're right. This is not the time for vanity. It's the time to show the universe
Thank you,
how
Z-Man.
amazingly awesome I am. I'm sorry, Ratchet. I hope you never have to endure the pressure of saving.
Can always
an
count on
entire
you
galaxy.
to brighten up my day.
Wish me luck.
That's a very needed palate cleanser after Armageddon.
Definitely, definitely.
Oh, I should have said Ogre Geddon. It's a much needed palate cleanser after Ogre Geddon.
Yes. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing some arena battles for a while here.
Hmm.
Just can't seem to land a hit, folks. This guy must be more irritated than a one-legged droid in a butt-kicking contest. Whoa, a lucky shot from Mustachio. Let's see what he does next.
Can't control this damn tornado. Let's see, what else has been happening? Well, I've been doing teacher training. That's been something.
When are you set to move, anyways?
It's probably February, but that depends on a lot of things. So, yeah. Could be a bit later than that. Like, one of the things that I want to do, which affects basically everything else, is I want to get my passport updated. For various reasons. And wouldn't you know it, most of the application process needs you to have a passport, like at the very first step. So, yeah, like a lot of my checks and certifications and things
Hmm.
Can't do any of those till I have my up-to-date passport. So yeah.
Are they even allowing you to do like? Are they even doing the process of passports and stuff with lockdown?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. It's just you know, trans stuff. You know how it is. I got on the phone to my doctor the other day and I said to him, hey, so, you know, the government website, it says if I want to have my passport say girl, I just need a letter from you. That sounds easy. Can you do it? And he says, I don't know, maybe, how about I call a gender clinic? And I'm like, oh, you know, those guys take...
What the fuck is a gender clinic?
They're the guys who take 2 years to respond.
I've never heard of such a thing.
It's so I don't know how it works in
What
other.
do they do?
Well, it's basically just a doctor for specifically like transgender related stuff. Like they'll be the ones who'll prescribe hormones and surgery and stuff. The trouble is in the UK, that is like one of the most underfunded parts of the NHS. So, okay, first of all, I am officially on the waiting list for an appointment with them. I'm going to be lucky if I get that appointment in the next 2 years.
Oof.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, yeah, no. But thankfully I don't need to get that appointment to get an updated passport. Like I say, I just need a letter from my normal GP.
Yeah.
Which I need to call him back about because, yeah, he still hasn't done it.
Oof. My passport expired in July, and I technically could get a new one at any time, but I want to legally change my name first.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, name changing's easy.
Yeah, it's just expensive.
Is it? It was pretty cheap when I got it done. How much is it where you live?
I mean, it's like $30 to get the police background check, and then another $150 for the process of changing your name.
Oof.
God.
And that doesn't include changing other things like bank accounts and other things like that.
Oof.
Indeed. I was going to get the background check like a few months ago, and I actually went down to the police station, but apparently the police stations aren't open even when the lockdown wasn't in effect, so well, yeah, gotta do it online apparently.
Yeah, oh damn it. I suppose like name changing is the one thing that is kind of like easier in that I'm going to China, because there's this very sort of informal thing where when foreigners move to China for any significant length of time, they pick a Chinese name, and it's just like, it's not like on any official records, it's just everyone calls you that while you're there. So yeah, I can basically just pick whatever.
What is yours going to be?
I don't know yet, so I'm still in the process of picking one.
I dare you to translate Big Chungus and just go by that.
No! You realize I'll be interacting with Chinese people who will know exactly what it means.
Will they, though? With the fucking restrictions on the internet there, you don't know what memes they're savvy to.
No, but they will understand the words big and whatever I can turn Chungus into.
I don't even know if there's a Chinese translation for Chungus. It's not even a word.
No, that might be a bit
Only
difficult.
if they just say Chungus.
Fuck it, just go buy Big Chungus, like the actual English, phonetical Big Chungus.
I'll be teaching English. My students are going to find out what it means eventually.
Chungus 101.
Yes, welcome to English class with Professor Chungus. Hello, yes, my name is Professor Shrugma. I will be teaching you English this day.
Oh, God, no.
Never. No,
Imagine explaining that to a kid.
Oh, no. No, for what I was looking at, like, there's definitely a few options I could go with. One that I quite like is War Shihan. I quite like the sound of that. Someone posted someone in the chat.
So, apparently there is a translation for Chungus in Chinese.
What is it?
Okay.
Chungus. That's just the word Chungus pronounced wrong.
But if I put in Big Chungus...
大块头。
Hang on, can you like back translate that and see what it means?
Sure. Punk.
Oh, okay.
Punk.
Punk.
I like it. Is that what they call people?
And
instead of
apparently
calling
the
them punks?
back translating just Chungus translates to Middle Ancient.
I am loving all of this big Chungus lore we're uncovering.
This is what the internet was made for. Al Gore is dabbing in his grave.
I'm just glad that Al Gore didn't live long enough for people to start calling him Al Vor.
Oh, damn it. I was like one hit away from beating that guy. Rip.
That's Shrugma.
Lovely. Alright, here we go. You know, the arenas in these games were never as cool as the first one. They just sort of brought it back out of obligation, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna Groovatron this guy. Screw you.
Welcome back, Shark Wolf. You missed discussion of the ultimate gaming rig and many other horrible things.
Ultimate is such a strong word.
Don't forget smoking Pocky in the egg bong.
It is a strong word, and that's why I use it.
How are you doing, Sharkwolf?
You're dying.
No.
Nope.
So yeah, this game does a thing where like sometimes if you're holding down the button to fire, it won't let you jump. Only sometimes though. I don't quite know what causes it, because sometimes I can jump just fine. Oh my god, just die already, you strange beast! Still not dead.
I'll laugh if you die.
I'll die if you laugh.
Not if I die first.
I'll make you eat those words.
There we go. Alright, what's this? Lethal gas? Don't die. Okay. Okay, that's annoying. The deadly gas actually like causes knockback for some reason.
Oh.
Like every now and again it'll just sort of stop you and hurt you. It won't just like drain your health smoothly.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. That didn't last very long. Okay, it's one of those ones where it gives you infinite ammo for a particular weapon. Just gotta keep going. So what's been going on in your life, Nyarah?
Oh, not a whole lot. I'm about to add another cat to the pile.
How many do you have now?
One.
I thought you had like 6.
Oh goodness, no, I just got one cat. She's a lot of cat though. But yeah, tomorrow we're getting a new one named Leo, so I'm excited for that.
Ah, nice.
Probably renaming him to Jin though, because whenever my wife gets her next dog, she's gonna name her dog Juice after Jupiter Icy Moon's explorer. So Jin and Juice.
Nice.
But yeah, other than that, I can't say there's been too much going on. Work, just work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to play more Hyrule Warriors, though. I've been kind of abstaining because while we get the new cat used to the house, I'm gonna be kind of just locked in the back room with him because we don't want the other cat to have like a freak out.
Right, yeah.
So I'm pretty much just gonna be bunkered up, working from home, playing Hyrule Warriors on the side. So I'll actually have some time to get to it finally.
Neat.
How about you two?
Yeah.
I live.
Yeah.
Big?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been getting on with like drawing and stuff, as I do.
I will be right back.
Okie doke.
Yep. Recently drew some boobies. That's always fun.
Hell yeah. Man, I wish I could get my drive back for drawing. I used to draw a ton, but at some point I just sort of got burnt out.
Ah.
You know how it is.
Yeah, yeah. Did you ever post your work somewhere?
I never really got to the point where I was publicly posting my work because back when I did draw, it was mostly, how to put it? Back when I drew, it was mostly just very, God, I'm trying to find a way to put this that isn't cringe.
Cringe is fine. Everyone does something that's cringe.
So I was really into home stuff back in the day, and almost everything I drew was like fan trolls and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
okay.
I never really posted it because, you know.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I was drawing Bionicle as well for a while, but I ended up losing all of that stuff. A bit unfortunate.
That's a shame. Yeah, I read a bit of the old Homestuck. It's good.
Oh gosh, when I was still in high school, I was obsessed. It was like my every waking thought. Then it kind of went downhill, and then I rediscovered Bionicle, and the rest is kind of history.
Nice. Yeah, I only ended up reading Homestuck in like, gosh, 2018, 2019.
Oh gosh, you were really late to the party, huh?
Yeah. Actually, no, I started reading it in 2017 and then through 2018. But yeah, still pretty late. I have not been keeping up with the epilogues or Homestuck 2.
Coming from someone that's been reading since 2011, you are sincerely not missing much.
Yeah, everything I hear about it is like, nah, I can miss out on that and not really matter. It won't matter.
It's like, have you ever had like a high school friend that turns into a junkie, and every now and then you look at their feed just to see how they're doing?
Yeah.
That's about my relationship with Homestuck these days. Every now and then I'll just have a peek and be like, yep, it's still bad.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's a shame, but, you know, these days I have Bionicle filling the void, so,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not completely left in the dust.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But I will say, I really do miss the feeling of old Homestuck. God, every time, back in the day, like back in its heyday, every time an update hit, it was like pure heroin. I have been chasing that high for years, and I still haven't found it again. It was really nice back in the day because, I mean, the community was so active. Updates would hit almost daily, and there would instantly be fan art and theories, and there was so much activity constantly.
Yeah.
And I really do miss that.
Yeah, it's a shame that like most of Homestuck is gonna be broken by the end of the month, because of Flash going away.
Yeah, I think a couple people are working to preserve it.
Yeah.
I know that most of the website is trying to either convert to Hitmel 5 or they're trying to port the Flash to YouTube videos, but it's just not the
Yeah, nah. Like, I know that the HTML5 stuff, it's fine for the most part, but there are some flashes where the audio gets desynced from the video, due to something to do with the conversion process. So that's not fun.
Not just that, but then you have YouTube compression in the mix as well.
Yeah.
YouTube compresses the crap. I mean, a lot of the flashes have really kind of pixely sharp graphics, and it just gets ruined when you port it to YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. Not to mention the fact that, I mean, just the fact that it's an embedded YouTube video when before it was just like a part of the website.
Yeah, like, late home stuff really depended on, you know, meta stuff, and it just breaks everything,
Yeah.
honestly.
Like,
I remember Cascade back in the day was a real oh shit moment, because on the website, the actual size
Yes.
of the story panel gets bigger. You can't do that with YouTube video.
yeah, because like it starts as like a normal size panel, and then halfway through it just expands and takes up the whole screen, and it's like, whoa! Whereas, yeah,
God, I'm so salty that we're just getting rid of Flash altogether. There's got to be a better way.
I know. Like, yeah, it sucks.
It just kind of feels to me like the only reason it's being gotten rid of is because it's not profitable enough to keep it up. But
Yeah.
man, so much internet history is about to be decimated for it.
God, I
It really
know.
sucks. I don't know what's going to happen to Newgrounds.
Well, okay, so Newgrounds have done this thing where they've basically developed an in-house Flash emulator, on their website, and that seems to be working pretty well.
Well, dang, good on them. I wish more websites were doing that, but if it's Newgrounds, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be devastated if all of Newgrounds was lost to time.
Yeah, no, they are doing everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen.
What are your favorite flashes from back in the day?
Like Homestuck or just in general?
Just in general.
For me, it's anything that Nitrome Games put out. I love their website, just all of
And
it.
they're making the new Shovel Knight.
They are. They're making, yeah, Shovel Knight Dig or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Congregate?
Yeah, yeah. I remember the Learn to Fly series on Congregate was fun.
I remember I used to play Thing for just hours. I hope Thing is archived somewhere, because I would love to play those again.
Yeah, I'd say check out the Flashpoint archive, because that's got like thousands and thousands of games.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Point. Well, I'd be shocked if they didn't have Thing.
I'm gonna head over now, by the way. I'm gonna make some calls.
Okie dokie.
I will talk to you guys later.
Yeah, nice talking
Okay.
to you. See ya. Bye bye.
Those pirate ships are blocking our path to Iris.
Do you remember what was it called? Say that game with the tank and it like blows up and it flies? What's it called?
Which one?
Indestructor Tank?
Oh yeah. I know the one you mean. I think it was called Indestructor Tank. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, the whole thing was like trying to get a high combo by bouncing off of enemies and not hitting the ground.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I watched someone stream that a while back, and it was so hard to watch because it did like they didn't pay any attention to the dialogue, and it didn't get through their thick skull that they had to let the enemies hit them. They were just playing Indestructo Tank, deliberately trying to get hit as little as possible. That combo was like a 3.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Flash games that we had on like on the school computers in my school. We weren't supposed to have them, but like all of the computers had like a shared network drive, and so we just hid Flash games in there.
Oh man, back in when I was doing a trade school and learning the basic IT stuff, we had like a flash drive with Halo CE.
Yeah.
Cracked, and everybody brought their flash drives with them, so we would just copy the files around, and we would have massive like Halo LAN parties in that class.
Yes.
So much fun. They had a great system where for half the class we like learn, did tests and such, and then the other half we just got to quote unquote lab. But I mean, you can't put a bunch of in a classroom, give them computers, and not expect them to do Halo campaigns when half the class they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, Halo CE was one of the ones that we had as well.
They would always get mad at me because all of them, they all wanted to pretend to be MLG Pro, so they would, just camp on the map trying to snipe each other. But I would just grab a warthog and go full GTA running them over. And they would always get mad at me.
Yeah, but what were some of the games we had? Let's see, we had a bunch off of miniclip.com, because I think I'm not sure if this was just like a feature of miniclip or if it was like a game by game thing, but you could just like download the games to SWF files. And yeah, so we had, I think it was just called Bubble Breaker. It's where you're a little like demon guy and you're shooting spears upwards towards the ceiling to break bubbles. And
oh, is it like Puyo Puyo?
No, not really. It's like there's these bouncing bubbles. They come down from the ceiling, and you gotta shoot them. I think before the ceiling comes down and crushes you. I think was like the time limit.
Actually, that almost kind of sounds like Snood.
Maybe, I don't know.
Did you ever play Snood back in the day?
No, I don't know that one.
Oh god, Snood used to be so popular. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Let me see if I can find it.
Sure.
I'll put it in voice streaming. It's the kind of thing that you know if you saw it. But
right.
Back in the day, Snood was so freaking popular. It was like Candy Crush before Candy Crush. Back in the day.
Nice.
Technically, I got into it really late, but it was on my Windows 98 PC.
Right.
Back in like the early 2000s. So, and back then I just kind of played whatever I happened to have access to.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Oh, Z-Man says he used to play BlazBlue at school. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Good taste.
Yeah, another one we had was is called Motherload, and that's one where you're a little mining robot thing, and you gotta like dig into the ground and collect ore and then sell it, and then upgrade your thing to dig better, and in the end you ended up fighting Satan.
Huh, go figure.
Yeah.
I wish that Rock Raiders had a twist like that. You ever played on Rock Raiders?
No, I haven't.
It's honestly not bad for what it was. Yeah, there's some guys working on basically remaking the game from, well, if you'll excuse the pun, from the ground up. And
Yeah.
they're doing some really good work on it. Yeah, I think they call it Matic Miners, their remake. It's definitely worth checking out.
Neat.
But yeah, for being a simple little RTS, I'd say it aged fairly well.
Nice, nice. Let's see, what were some other good Flash games, like distributors? Armor Games, that was a good one. They had loads of classics like Sushi Cat, and
Oh man, all the classics came from Armor Games.
yeah.
I'm looking up Sushi Cat right now. I don't think I remember that one.
No. I suppose it's a very like it's a weird thing where Flash games, the community around them moved so quickly that basically whenever you got into them, like you'd end up with a completely different library of like your classics, you know?
Oh, do you remember all those games from that one creator that were like called? There was this one guy that always made games with really fun twists, like This Is the Only Level.
Yes, yeah, the elephant games. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I loved all his games. This Is the Only Level, Achievement Unlocked, Elephant Rave.
Oh man, yes, Achievement Unlocked is so much fun. I still go back and play that one sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the Flash game community has kind of died out a bit now that app games are all the rage.
Yeah.
Kind of a shame, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, man, I would kill to have Flash game culture back again.
yeah. I mean, I suppose one good thing is that, like, a lot of people who used to make Flash games have like transitioned into mobile games, so like they're still doing well. I know the guys who made Bloons, they're doing pretty well off of their mobile versions.
Oh man, you remember when app games didn't have ads?
Yeah. Oh god, I'm all the way back here, really?
Alright, Chief. What can we do you for?
Yeah, I used to really like Congregate just because they had that like global chat window in the side, so you had people to chat with while you were playing games.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, it was almost like Discord before Discord.
Yeah, I think Nitro tried doing that for a while, but then they stopped.
I'm kind of glad that Newgrounds never had that, because Newgrounds community was always just a little bit caustic.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen to all those Flash game websites.
Good question, honestly. I mean, I guess if Newgrounds can emulate Flash, they're still going to be going strong, but it does make me wonder what's going to happen to Congregate.
Yeah, I think most of Congregate's library is in Flashpoint. That's definitely one of the websites that they prioritized.
Yeah, I'm worried about the community though. I mean,
Yeah.
assuming it still has a community. It's always kind of fascinated me how these huge fan bases for different websites can develop and then just disappear out of the blue.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder where they all go.
That's true. It's true.
In all honesty, that's something that kind of fascinates me about the internet in general. The fact that there are just like thousands upon thousands of websites you can just go to with just more archives than you could read in 1,000 lifetimes of just forum threads and such.
Yeah.
Friendships being forged and broken.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's weird to think about, to be honest.
Yeah. God, I keep dying here. Yeah.
Oh my god. Jesse Man says, does anyone remember Club Penguin?
Yeah.
I never played Club Penguin, but I remember my friends being like obsessed with it.
Ah, that was all the rage at my school.
No, I was into Gaia at the time.
That was. Yeah.
Do what? I'm sorry?
I was just saying I never really got into Gaia. That was never my scene.
I used to spend tons and tons of hours on Gaia, and now I can't remember a single thing I did on the site. Like, so many hours sunk, and I can't even remember what that website was for. Collecting clothes, I guess. How about Maple Story? Were you ever into Maple Story back in the day?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Maple Story was great back in its heyday. Yeah, it was a really fun MMO to play because, like, it was, as far as mechanics go, for the most part, it was very non-committal. Almost to the point where it was almost more of an sometimes it felt more like an interactive chat room with with MMO features than it did a proper MMO. But...
Yeah. There's one MMO that I played for a little while that was kind of like that. It's called Endless War. That's a much more modern one though. Came out in like 2017 or something. Basically, it's an MMO that's played entirely within Discord. So.
Oh, you know what? I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got into it, but I've heard about it.
Okay.
Cool concept.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Actually, no. You know what? I just realized that you would have heard of it because Big Boobies Mommy Milkers is based on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sort of like the game is still like constantly being updated and everything, but people are really just into it for the community.
Congratulations! You have upgraded to the Plasma Stalker Mine. Your synthetic friends have learned a few new tricks, including how to
DC Universe Online. I can't say I played that one.
No, I haven't heard of that one either.
I've never been much into DC, to be honest. Well, except for the Bionicle comic.
Yeah.
I just think Marvel has more interesting characters.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I like a good Batman here or there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like go as far as to say that. I obviously wouldn't say that DC has like no good characters, but I think Marvel has a lot better characters, and I like their writing a bit more. I feel like sometimes DC tries to go a bit too dark to the point where it's like I almost can't enjoy their comics when I try to read them.
I never really got into like reading comics.
I did for a while, but it didn't. It was one of those things that didn't stick.
Yeah.
I did really like Static Shock back in the day, the comic. Bionicle characters need to be guest characters in Injustice 3. Fund it! It will never happen, but fund it.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Oh.
Down for good Bionicle games, to be honest.
I just died and my level weaponed up. My weapon leveled up after I died.
Gosh, I 100%ed Bionicle Heroes the other day, and oh man, that second playthrough is so freaking tedious. Like, if you want a 100%, you basically have to play every level twice, and oh
Yep.
god, it sucks.
Yeah, that's the Lego Star Wars formula.
I was shocked. I was freaking shocked that you have to 100% to get the ending. Like, I didn't know about it, so I wasn't expecting to get a secret ending when I 100%ed, and I was so taken aback. It was such a mean thing to do.
I have never got the true ending in that, actually, because there was one thing that stopped me from getting it, and that was the third mission in the Paraka Playground. I could never get, like, the highest rank in that or whatever.
Oh, mass killing the Vaki?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it helps if you switch between Niparu and Kongu, because, well, obviously Niparu can take them out in droves, but
Yeah.
Kongu's shotgun is so freaking OP.
Right.
So good.
Yeah, I think I mostly stuck to Nuparu when I tried it. Yeah.
I mean, gosh, once you have Nuparu all the way leveled up, there's barely a reason to use the rest of them.
Yeah.
I mean, except they're like achievements for killing enemies. Although, to be honest, I don't even understand the tactical difference between some of them. Like, Jollar and Holly pretty much play the same from what I can see.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh,
Morning.
we got a frozen enemy over here.
Oh, that's fine.
Yep, he's he's just vibing. You know, I'm gonna leave him be.
He's just chilling.
Yeah. This is a very cold planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
His joints must have frozen up.
Am I glad he's frozen out there and we're in here and he's the sheriff?
But where's the caveman?
We're out there and I just remembered we're out here. What I want to know is, where's the caveman?
I rewatched those videos recently. So good.
Such a classic. My sis got me into this game a while ago called, have you heard of Tower Unite?
No, what was it like?
It's a multiplayer game that's based off, it's based off a couple Gmod servers, but it's hard to describe. It's, how to put it? It's almost kind of like Second Life, to be honest. It's
Okay.
better. But it has mini games and stuff. You can go into, one of the main gameplay features is you can go into people's condos and they have various ways of decorating them. But I went into one condo in that game. It was just a giant movie theater where someone would stream YouTube poops from YouTube. And you could just sit there with like 10 actual human beings and just watch someone stream YouTube poops all day. Closest thing to heaven I've ever been.
Nice. Oh, that's the good stuff right there.
You know, it's like watching YouTube poops is one thing, but like you can't really beat the what's the word I'm looking for? The camaraderie
Yeah.
of watching YouTube poops with random people on the internet. Just a weird thing.
Oh, that's a... No, don't. Please tell me it gave me a checkpoint and I don't have to do that whole thing again. Okay, good.
The stream's lagging behind a bit. What happened? Oh, that's...
Yep.
Right as I said that, you got cold clocked.
Yeah. Well, the good news is the checkpoint saved with the pirate not there, so I don't have to fight him again.
Attention lads. Use of the Irish supercomputer is restricted to educational purposes only. Do not download games, music, or alternative...
Yeah, this is really making me want to buy all the Ratchet and Clank, because I've only played the first one.
Ah, okay. Yeah, they're all good. Like, yeah, basically all of them.
I was about to say, there is that one game we're talking about.
Well, all the ones that matter are good. So like all
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, all like the mainline games, with the possible exception of PS4, depending on if you want to count that as a mainline game or not.
Aye. Yeah, I saw the E3 trailer for the new one, and I gotta say, it looked pretty slick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just hope it runs as good in real life as it looks like it runs in the trailer.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the fact that they're giving us an option for a 60 FPS mode makes me think that they do care about performance. So yeah, I hope it's that good.
To rephrase, I hope it performs that well without them having to like downscale the graphics, as tends to be the case with E3 trailers.
Right, yeah, yeah. No, that's fair enough. I mean, at the very least, like, the most impressive thing that game does, you know, which is the instant world switching with no loading screens, that definitely seems to be a thing that they'll be able to deliver on because of, you know, the new SSD in the PS5.
Man, they better deliver on it.
Yeah.
Because it kind of seems like that's their main selling point.
Yeah, yeah.
If they can't deliver on that, it's going to make them look really bad. I'll say that.
Yeah, that is definitely the one feature that, to me, is like, you could not do that on, like, the PS4.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to buy a PS5, though. If I do, it'll probably be pretty late.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've said on stream before how there's no point in me getting one for at least a year, because I'm gonna be in China and I can't exactly take it with me.
Yeah, fair enough. Give me Kingdom Hearts 4, then I'll get one. I'm embarrassed to say it, that's the only reason I got a PlayStation 4. The only point.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
I got a couple other games after, but I kind of feel like I got suckered because most of them have been ported to PC by now. We've been getting a lot of good old games ported to PC lately. Like, we got a Killer 7 port out of nowhere, and I was not expecting that.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
And then there's the Mario 64 port, if you want to count that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's better than what Nintendo did, so...
Ugh, you can say that again. Honestly, I'm really disgusted because... I emulate Mario Sunshine, and it looks so much better on PC with just a couple tweaks.
Yeah, yeah, like... I don't know, like, could it have really been that hard for Nintendo to make it widescreen 60 FPS? Like, they did widescreen, at least. Not for 64, though, which is weird.
How hard would it have been for them to put those Mario Sunshine textures through Waifu 2X like everybody else?
Yeah, like, even that.
Because I've got Mario 64 with I've got a widescreen hack, I think I've got a 60 FPS hack, and I have upscale textures put through Waifu 2X. It looks incredible! Like, I know Nintendo can better.
Yeah, yeah.
like with and when you have games like Spyro Reignited coming out, no artificial scarcity, lower price, and completely remastered from the ground up, it just makes them look bad.
Yeah, yeah, really does.
I know it's kind of a tired subject by now, but I just feel so strongly about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesse Man says next year's the 30th anniversary of Zelda. I wonder if they're going to do anything for that.
I mean, they might do, yeah.
You better at least get another trailer for Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, a trailer at least, if not the game itself.
Honestly, yeah.
It's...
Nintendo's been sleeping on a lot of games they announced for Switch. Like, where's Metroid Prime 4? I am dying. I am suffering.
Yeah, I mean, when was it that they announced that game was being restarted? It was the start of 2019, I think?
Might have been 2018.
No, because it was announced in 2017, and I think it was at least a year and a half before it was announced that they would restart in development.
Okay, yeah, it was January 25th, 2019.
Right, yeah.
Which I'm very glad, because I was seething when they said Namco was developing it. And I was overjoyed when they gave it back to Retro, but yeah, they're taking their time.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't end up being like vaporware, because statistically so far, I think close to 50% of all Metroid titles that have been announced have not.
God, that's a depressing statistic.
Seriously. Yeah, like there was gonna be a Metroid on the 64. There was gonna be a Metroid Dread. There's gonna be a proper Metroid game on DS. Yeah, there are tons of scrapped Metroid titles.
Yeah.
Developers of the Prime Trilogy almost did a Mega Man. That's fascinating.
Huh. That could have been interesting.
I would have loved a retro Mega Man game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll wait 20 years if that's how long it takes for Prime 4, but I just wish we'd get a trailer, something.
Yeah.
I just hope the music's as good as the Metroid Prime trilogy was.
God, yes, yeah. Like, if they can't get the original guy back to do the music, like, I mean, I don't know who else could do that, but yeah, they gotta have good music.
I'd be shocked if they didn't, because didn't that guy do Dong Freeze?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had the same guy do Tropical Freeze. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but there's a guy on YouTube called Cinemac. And they've been working on tracking down all of the synths that were used for the Prime Trilogy's soundtrack.
Oh, nice.
And he's found a lot of them so far. He even makes new tracks from time to time.
That's pretty cool.
Using the same sound front. Yeah, you should check him out.
Yeah. Yeah, will do.
Attention, lads. Tonight's entertainment has been brought to you by the letter R. Sorry.
Maverick Hunter, huh? I'm gonna look up more about that.
So yeah, I think we're probably just gonna finish this level and then call it a day there.
Okie doke, I reckon it's about that time.
Yeah, it's getting on for
Probably
about
could.
3 hours.
I... Killa Lombax asks, curious if there are any weapons you are favoring over others so far.
I mean, I have played this game before, so I know like which ones I prefer generally. The buzz saws I really like. The what is it? The shard blaster thing. I like that too. But in general, I'm just trying to like level them all up at the moment because that's just what you do.
To be a true pirate, you must know all the Fortnite dances.
It's true.
Oh yeah. When I saw that Fortnite dancing skeleton in Spyro, I thought I was losing my damn mind. So far out of left field.
Oh, they were doing
Like,
so
I
well,
haven't
and then they
played-
did that.
I know. I'm like, I haven't even played Spyro 2, or I haven't even beat Spyro 2 before, so I kind of didn't know what to expect.
Well, I can assure you he did not do that dance in the original.
I would not have imagined so. I'll give them this though. It was funny enough that I didn't cringe too much. If they wanted to put a Fortnite dance in a game, they did it in a way that wasn't completely cool.
Yeah.
I think it actually caused me a little bit of psychic damage. Like, they at least had the common sense to have the skeleton start disco dancing too. And if you think about it, disco dancing is the original Fortnite dance. Just by virtue of how much, like, for just with how much people hated disco after disco went out of style.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I kind of wish we could bring disco back. I'm a sucker for disco fashion.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And the colorful light up seizure floors, they knew where it was at.
Oh wait, what hit me?
Scrap to Spare says, speaking of Fortnite dances, Postal 4 in its current state has 8 taunts with a fully functional taunt wheel, but only had Monday and Tuesday playable. Quality game down. I'm glad they have their priorities straight. That's exactly what I would expect Running with Scissors to do. That is the Running with Scissors I remember.
God, the early game weapons do like no damage against these late game guys.
It seems like it. I really have to get into this. This looks like a very fun game to just turn your brain off and
Oh, yeah.
go through.
Yeah, for sure. That's yeah, it's definitely a lot of the appeal.
I play Buck Bumble for the same reason. Like, sometimes you just want to open up your head, take the brain out, and blow some shit up.
What about now the how does the song go?
What about now? It's time to bop with the biggity bop bungle. I'm not doing that. No, it's not. It's not happening. I can't.
But
I will actually cringe out of my own body.
but bomb to the boom to the boom to the bass, bomb to the buck bumble.
So this is the Iris supercomputer. How do you turn this thing on?
Minimum.
Spare its
I don't care what anyone says, that game's a classic. It also invented the idea of playing soccer with guns long before Federation Force did it. Yeah, not a lot of people know this, but there's a multiplayer minigame where you just play soccer and you use your guns to hit the ball back and forth. It's actually kind of fun.
Neat.
Memes aside, it's not a half bad game, honestly. Mostly by virtue of the fact that it was made by a few of the same devs as Star Fox 64.
Ah, right, yeah.
Chip, you have to look at voice streaming.
Okay.
This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Okay. Let's have a look at this. Let's see what's going on.
Sharkwolf, I love it.
Okay, you guys did see it. I just dropped it back in because I needed you to see it.
Oh no.
This is so good.
This is amazing.
It's like Anatomy of Chungus.
I guess I'm back, by the way.
Hi, by the way.
Hello.
I love the arrow pointing to the feet of the Chungus, and it kind of looks like it says Seinfeld.
Oh, and it's even got you smoking Pocky. Oh my god. No, Sharkwolf. Oh no.
Did you ever finish the charity one, by the way? I know you're. I'm not trying to nag or anything. I just remembered that you had it in progress, and I've seen bits and pieces of it. This is amazing, though.
That's going in the Hall of Fame. That's out of context Western porn.
Power diagram that shows you the most succulent cuts of meat.
Now do the Shrek PC and the Shrek bong.
No, I would die in real life. Okay.
Just do Owen cleaning Shregma out of his PC.
In my mind, I don't think I want dinner anymore. I'm imagining how that would smell, and
So how are you two doing? I had to figure out the fucking Ontario dial-a-doctor bullshit because one of my incisions has become infected.
Oh dear.
ooh, try not to die.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's just a skin level infection as far as I can tell. I just need some antibiotics. It's just annoying is all.
'Tis but a scrap. Yeah, we're doing good though. We talked a lot about nostalgic Flash stuff and
Yep.
other stuff too, I think.
Yeah, we just recently made an announcement at BMP about what's going to happen there because a lot of people have been asking, like, what the fuck's going to happen to the streaming games?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point. Ooh.
The short form of it now is that, for now, the Flash games are dead, and you'll only be able to play the versions you can download. But in the future, we are going to be doing the same thing that Newgrounds is.
Right.
Sick.
How does that work, by the way? Because we were talking a little bit about it earlier, and weren't quite sure how it works.
I don't know how it works personally. JMMB would probably be able to give you more details because he's been the one mainly looking into it. There are multiple different things that are being programmed by different people.
Right.
We just need to figure out which one works best for us.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the one Newgrounds is doing is entirely, like, proprietary and closed source.
Right.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it's not, though.
Also, I'm just looking at the stream now, and like, it's been so long since I played Tools of Destruction. I'm just looking at this and thinking, wow, the Clank levels in A Crack in Time really were just an evolution of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, taken to its logical extreme. And by God, they are the best Clank levels in the series, in my opinion.
You reckon?
I do. But then I always like things with time control and shit like that, and those Clank levels are a lot more expansive than any of the other Clank levels in the games.
That's fair, that's fair.
I liked the timey-wimey levels in Skyward Sword. I wish they would bring that concept back.
Yeah, that was always cool. I was kind of wishing Breath of the Wild would have a bit of that, but
Me too.
maybe in the sequel. Who knows?
Z-Man says this level's aesthetic is cool. I agree. I'm a sucker for, like, dark metallic colors and just electric light blue.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, how does it work?
Existence is divided into infinite dimensions. The dimensionator opens a portal to these worlds, and Lombax's constructed a device in order to
Oh, they're showing cutscenes from previous games in those monitors. That's neat.
discovered by Lombax.
I saw Courtney Gears. She's in it.
Oh boy.
For like 2 frames.
Keanu was raised by Lombaxes.
Affirmative. But when he learned of his true origins, he set out to bring back the Grandmites.
So, where's the Dimensionator now?
An explorer named Max Abushi relocated it to Keshu City. Max's functioning at 8% capacity. 8% capacity.
No, wait. Where
I can't tell what's going on plot-wise, but it sounds stupid. Is it stupid?
It's very stupid.
I would expect nothing less.
We need to get the
Wow, that armor really is just piss yellow, isn't it?
God, I know.
This is too dangerous for anyone to possess. Now,
It's like fucking yellow-shirted Lego minifigures. It doesn't work on Ratchet.
Just once, I wish you'd listen to your real friends.
I'm an ugly little armor piece. You have to paint me. You have to use your P.
Oh, I forgot they had this weird sort of forced conflict between Ratchet and Clank where...
What's going on with the rigging of the chest plate on his armor? It was like clipping into itself whenever he bent forward.
Yeah, it's not set up as like one solid piece. It's set up to like bend and morph with his body, but it just doesn't work.
They did not rig that properly.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot they had this weird sort of forced conflict between Ratchet and Clank where, like, Ratchet doesn't believe in Clank's visions of the little guys.
Yeah, you see, this game is a retelling of Size Matters.
Anyway, I think we'll call it there for today. I'm just gonna make Ratchet stand awkwardly on this crack in the floor. There we go. That's where we'll end it for today. Thank you all for coming down and watching. Thank you for the fan art, Z-Man and Sharkwolf. It's
What the hell is with Ratchet's legs?
that's what I just said. I'm making him stand awkwardly on the surface.
I like it.
So yeah, yeah. We'll see you next time. We'll be back next week with more of this. Probably finish the game next week, and yeah, and we'll see you then. Bye bye, everybody.
Yeet.
Night, y'all.